Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. I've been inside the trenches, scouting, analyzing, and following every corner of the NFL landscape, and what's unfolding right now is borderline unprecedented. What I'm about to tell you isn't just a rumor. This is a seismic shift that could reshape the entire 2026 NFL season. I've got sources, intel, and some behind-the-scenes whispers that'll blow your mind. But here's the catch. I can't reveal everything just yet. What I can say is, what's happening behind closed doors right now is on the edge of explosion, and the ripple effects will be felt across the league. Something massive is brewing, something that could elevate a certain team from dark horse to Super Bowl favorite almost overnight. And yes, I've got a feeling, no, a certainty, that the secret to this game-changing move lies with one player in particular. And that player? Isaac Guerendo. Trust me, this is a story you do not want to miss because what's coming is bigger than all of us. Now, before you scroll away or dismiss this as another idle rumor, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and activate that notification bell. You're about to see the inside scoop that only a select few have access to. Insights so dirty, so explosive, that once you hear the truth, your perception of this offseason will be forever altered. But beware, this isn't for the faint of heart. We're on the brink of a revelation that could shake the NFL to its core. Ready? Let's dive deep. The Baltimore Ravens, a franchise steeped in tradition and resilience, finished the 2025 season with a record of 8-9. After their playoff drought extended for the second straight year, questions swirl around their roster, their coaching staff, and their future. Known for their stout defense and innovative offense under John Harbaugh, Baltimore still struggles to find consistent offensive firepower beyond their star quarterback Lamar Jackson. Their running game. It's solid but aging and limited in explosiveness. Their wide receiver core is decent but not elite. The offensive line, while improved, still leaves gaps. And the biggest concern of all, the lack of a versatile, game-breaking back who can truly change the course of games, someone who can thrive in the high-stakes moments, a difference-maker capable of elevating the entire offense. Enter 2026, and this need is clearer than ever. The Ravens have tried to patch things up, signing free agents, drafting promising prospects, trying to reinvent their scheme under new coordinator Travis Switzer. Yet deep down, everybody knows that without that elusive spark, a true difference-maker at the running back position, they remain just good enough to be dangerous but not enough to conquer. That's where my sources direct me. Clear as day, the Ravens see their missing puzzle piece out there, and the name ringing loud in the corridors of power isn't just some backup plan. It's someone with the potential to transform their entire offensive identity. But let's step back for a moment. What are the actual weaknesses in Baltimore's roster that need fixing? Simply put, the offensive line has made strides but still susceptible to elite pass rushes. The receiving core, while talented, lacks the consistent separation and game-breaking ability of an elite unit. The quarterback. Lamar Jackson remains one of the most dangerous dual threats, but he's longed for a reliable, explosive backfield partner who can take the load off his shoulders and be that secret weapon in tight games. Meanwhile, the defense, while stingy, has shown some vulnerabilities against dynamic offenses, especially in the secondary. Analyzing the film, what stands out? Baltimore's offensive approach heavily relies on Lamar's improvisation and designed runs. But against top-tier defenses, that's a gamble. They need a back who can complement Lamar, someone who can hit the holes with burst, break tackles, and make defenses respect the entire field. And if you're looking for that kind of explosive threat, Isaac Guerendo's name is popping up more and more in the whispers of NFL insiders. Yes, Guerendo. The former Louisville speedster, a 4.33-second 40-yard dash monster, is a player I've studied extensively. Coming out of college, he was projected as a true game-changer: speed, power, versatility. His rookie year with the San Francisco 49ers was nothing short of spectacular. In 2024, despite limited snaps, Guerendo averaged 5 yards per carry, flashed incredible vision, and showcased elite agility that's rare even at the NFL level. He was drafted 129th overall in the 4th round, mainly because teams were wary of the injury issues that limited his collegiate career, but scouts knew what this kid could do when healthy: break tackles, explode through gaps, and dominate in space. His combine numbers. Unmatched speed, explosiveness, and a frame that just screams NFL ready. Fast forward to 2025, though, and things have changed. Guarendo's role shrank as the 49ers prioritized other backs, and injuries hampered his training camp. Despite his rookie highlights, he was relegated to special teams and remained inactive in the last few games. The team acquired Brian Robinson Jr., a grinder with power but lacking Guarendo's game-breaking explosiveness. Guarendo's offensive snaps, 0 in the second year, 0 carries or targets. That's a red flag, but also a golden opportunity for another team to swoop in, see his potential, and unlock the kind of offensive threat that could redefine a franchise. Why do I believe Guarendo is the perfect fit for Baltimore? Scheme-wise, Kyle Shanahan's zone-based run game emphasizes speed, patience, and creating explosive plays, attributes Guarendo embodies. His ability to take a simple handoff, turn on a dime, and burst through the secondary makes him a nightmare for defenses. Imagine Lamar Jackson and Guarendo working in tandem. Defenses would be drawn into a nightmare scenario where every play could go for 6. Guarendo's raw metrics? Elite. His yards after contact? Among the best in the league. His ability to catch passes offers that extra dimension Baltimore desperately needs. Another receiving option out of the backfield, giving Lamar more threats to keep defenses guessing. Now, on to the mechanics of this potential trade. Here, what I'm hearing from my sources, this isn't just a simple swap. The Ravens, with their new coaching staff under Jesse Minter, are exploring every avenue to upgrade. Guarendo's contract, a rookie deal, manageable in cap space with 2 seasons left on his deal. The 49ers, despite their recent success, are actively listening to offers, particularly because Guarendo is not part of their long-term plan. Could it be a late-round pick? Possibly a 6th or even a 5th rounder, depending on how desperate Baltimore is to seal the deal. The key here is that Guarendo's market value is surprisingly low right now, primarily because of his limited usage and injury history. But that's exactly what makes him the perfect trade target. Undervalued, explosive, and ready to be unleashed. Cap-wise, the Ravens have flexibility, enough to absorb Guarendo's rookie salary, especially if they shed some veterans or restructure some contracts. The 49ers, in turn, could view this as a strategic move, clearing a roster spot for a player with upside, even if he's a project. The winner here. Both teams, San Francisco recoups a draft pick and frees cap space, while Baltimore gains a game-changing weapon that can elevate their entire offense. Let's analyze the scheme fit more closely. Baltimore's offense under Switzer has been a mix of power runs and quick passes, but they've lacked that true home run hitter in the backfield. Guarendo's film shows him consistently winning zones with his speed, setting up blocks, and turning small creases into big gains. His acceleration out of cuts is comparable to elite backs like Saquon Barkley at his peak. Imagine him behind an improved line, with Lamar pulling defenders away from the box. His best-case scenario. Just like Alvin Kamara in 2017, an immediate impact, a secret weapon that defenses have to respect on every snap. Worst case. The transition doesn't click immediately and Guarendo struggles with the playbook or health issues crop up again. But given his talent and youth, those scenarios are minimal. The upside outweighs the risk. And remember, in this league, a mid-round pick for a player like Guarendo is an absolute steal, especially for a Ravens franchise desperately seeking a spark that can carry them over the top. Now, what's my ultimate assessment? This move is not just a rumor. It's a strategic, calculated play by Baltimore's brass, an attempt to bolt a weapon into their arsenal that could be the X-factor in a playoff push. This is about more than just adding another back. This is about flipping the entire offensive script, introducing a new dimension that rivals and defenders are unprepared for. Guarendo's explosive playmaking ability, combined with Lamar Jackson's dual-threat prowess, makes this a perfect storm. And the timeline. All signs point towards the offseason. This is the kind of move teams save for the final week of before training camp. Watch for whispers, initial negotiations, and even some leaks that suggest Guarendo's name is hot on Baltimore's radar. If this is executed properly, this could be the single most impactful move of the entire 2026 offseason. In conclusion, the NFL is a league of stars. But sometimes the real stars aren't the household names. Sometimes they're the overlooked talents, waiting in the wings, ready to change everything. Guerrero is that star in the making, and Baltimore, with its historical drive for greatness, may be about to unlock that potential. At a cost so low, it's almost a steal. Stay tuned, because what I've just given you is only the surface. The coming weeks will reveal the true depth of this story. Trust me, we're on the edge of something legendary, and when it happens, you'll want to say you heard it here first.